Creators, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. This is Georgia Lane, and today we're going to work with a sunflower card. I am thankful for you. Isn't that cute? We have a background of sunflowers. We have a cute little flower container, and then on the inside we stamped a little sunflower. I think you're really going to enjoy making this, so let's head over to the crafting table and let's get started. So here's our little card we're going to make today. Isn't it cute? We just kind of tilted that right there. We have a cute little jug. I am thankful for you. You will find this in our regular catalog. On page 128, we use the Painted Harvest for our sunflower and also for our ferns. And then we use the jug from Country Home, right? There's so many things you can do with this. They even have the flowers that you can cut out, but we decided to use flowers from Bloom and Grow because we really like those. So we used the Bloom and Grow from our catalog as well as Country Home and then Painted Harvest. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you have your card base, and your card base is 4 by 5.5. Your top mat is going to be 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And the colors we're going to work with today to make our sunflowers are daffodil, yellow, and pumpkin pie. So that's the very next thing that we need to do is we need to stamp this first mat. So let's go ahead and get that stamped. This stamp is so pretty. And remember, since this is a two-step process, you always use the base first, and you can just stamp it however you want to. We just stamped it all over. That's what we wanted. We wanted the flowers to just be all over the base card. So just kind of randomly selected where we want to stamp them, and we're stamping the base first in our bright yellow. Okay, and we're going to get just a little bit of the corner here, and then again over here. Okay, first step of the process is done. Now we're going to close this one and bring in our pumpkin pie. And remember, on this two-step process, you just kind of twist. You don't have to line it up exactly because you really want it to look 3D. So you just kind of twist it. Oh, isn't that pretty? Kind of line it up, press down, there we go. Okay. Now, this is just the sunflower. What we need to do next is we need to do the middle part. So we are going to get some soft suede, and on this you'll actually stamp it off a little bit because you don't want it, see how dark it is? You don't want it real dark. So we are going to, you know what, that is awfully dark. Let's try crumb cake. Crumb cake is a little bit lighter. There we go. Just stamp it off so it's not real dark. Okay. So the next thing we're going to stamp is our little dots. We're going to keep that full strength because we want those dots you to be able to see them. See how cute that is? Okay, we're almost done. We're doing it full strength. Okay. Oh, we have one that's hiding. He almost hid from me, didn't he? But we didn't let him. See how pretty that looks? I think that looks very nice. Very nice. What we're going to do now is we are going to tape this down onto our base card. And we're going to use our tape runner and our silicone mat, so just in case we get any on this table, it'll just wipe right off. That's what we like. Okay, and because tape runner is very strong, you need to make sure you lay it down exactly where you want it, because that's where it's going to stick. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to cut our piece of paper, our little piece of white paper. It's going to go like this, slanted. Okay? And we're going to put a black piece of paper under it. So what I would recommend, what I would recommend is that we go ahead and do the tape runner, get it taped down to the black piece of paper. That way you can get it straight, exactly how you want it. Okay, there we have it. Now we are going to stamp our sentiment on it, but we have to see exactly where we might want to stamp it, because we know we're going to cut it at a diagonal. So we're going to keep it about right there. That's where we're going to stamp it. Okay, and we are going to just put a little teeny mark that we can always stamp right over, just about right there. We are going to stamp this using our Stays On stamp, black. Let's just stamp it off to make sure. Perfect. Nice and dark. We need it about right here. Hold it down and release. Okay. Next, we're going to get out our trimmer because we need to get it cut exactly the size that we need it. Now, it's already glued down. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set it on this, and I'm going to use a little pencil, and I'm going to put a mark right here because I want this black border to show through. So I'm going to put a little mark there and a small mark here. You know, diagonals can be very tricky to cut. So I'm going to put that little mark, and we are going to line up the marks right here on the inside, right there on our cutter. Hold it in place, hold that down, and let's see, I think I'm going to make the diagonal a little more like that. So we're going to mark off right there, hold that, mark it off right there and right there. Okay, and we can put those lines. Line them up right with the middle. It's kind of hard because it's a small part, but you can hold it on this side and then hold it down and crank it, cut it, and there you have it. Perfect. And see, because we are using this border, we don't need to leave a black around it. And we can erase this little mark right there. It's like it never existed. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to make sure we have this just where we need it. Okay. Gonna line it up. And the top always moves. When you get the bottom perfect, the top moves and so forth. So just make sure you hold it down. And there you have it. Perfect. So we are going to go ahead and use our tape runner and glue that down. Right there. Oh, so far. Very nice. Okay. Next thing we have to do is we've already cut out our little jar. We stamped it and we cut it out so we could add dimensionals to it. We're going to put it about right there. So we're going to use our dimensionals. We're going to put them now. Remember, we need our leaves and our flowers, some of them to go down into, so we're going to leave this blank. Maybe we'll put 2 small dimensionals up there, just little tiny ones, so we can hold them. But we do need that space for our ferns to go in. We are going to set it about right here. We have our ferns and our little leaves already cut out. I think we're going to glue the ferns down. Just glue him down right there. We'll glue a darker one right there. Okay, right. Just kind of slip it in. Oh, there we go. We're going to glue him, maybe, let's see, just glue that and then we can cut it. So we only need to put tape runner on just a little bit of it because we're going to go ahead and cut him off. Okay, now on this one, let's see where he needs to be once we put our flowers. We're going to kind of get our flowers. It's going to be on dimensionals. We don't want to cover up the words though. So we may just put this one like right there. Okay, so we're going to put some dimensionals on our flower so they can stand up. These dimensionals are wonderful, aren't they? I'm sure you've used them before. It really adds to the project by helping it stand up and away from the base. So I really love them. Okay, I think we'll cut this little leaf here. Okay, we'll leave the other ones though. So we'll just, oh, there, I think that's it. Right there. Okay, now let's see if we even need this one. Well, yes, it's kind of nice to have it stand up. So we're just going to, oops! We're just going to put this little leaf right here. And his little top came off, but not to worry, because we're going to use some glue. We're just going to glue him down right on top. Let's see, right? Oh, there. You wouldn't even know it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We're going to just snip off our side leaf. Okay, we're going to stamp the inside of the card now, and I think we're going to go ahead and stamp it with our daffodil base first. Just put it on the side. And then we're going to use our top layer with our pumpkin pie, just to have a little something on the inside of the card. I think that makes it so nice. There we go. Okay, and we need to use our crumb cake to do the middle part of it. Okay, remember, stamp it off. And then we need to put our little dots in there, full strength, remember. A little more. Okay, so we are going to glue it down with our runner. And I think we have created a beautiful I am thankful for you card. Oh, I just love this little jug here, this little milk jug, and the flowers, the 3D. See how you can see the dimensions? Can you see those dimensions? They kind of stand it up a little bit. So pretty. And then you open it up, have a little sunflower. Make sure your hands are clean so you don't have a little smudge there. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I had a great time making this. I think this is a wonderful stamp set by Stampin' Up. Don't forget, you can purchase these stamps on my website, creativemomentsbyg.stampinup.net. Anything I can do to help you make a card like this or any of your other crafting needs, please don't hesitate to email me. And go out and have a fantastic day.